Michigan pastor charged in killing his fiance's daughter. Apparently, what he had been beating and strangling the neighbor to fulfill a sexual fantasy he had, to engage in the victim's mother, and asked the church members to pray for the young woman before police found her body. These people are fucking nutballs. This guy is not the first time he's done this. He has a history of doing this. He's been in prison for this before, and they still let him get into an area where he could be involved with other people and have, I don't want to say dominion over them, because, or at least give them the sense that, you know, he's in charge and he should be trusted. They said, we were absolutely floored, said Donna Houghton, 76, who had a role in hiring the white pastor to be the 14th member of Christ Community Fellowship 3 years ago. She said she protested his innocence until she heard that he had confessed. Really? You know, you're not going to believe anybody who's actually involved in this until he actually confesses? That's just kind of sick. Wayne, your thoughts?
Yeah, like you said, this guy has a history of over a 30-year period of doing stuff like this. Case going all the way back to in 1981, and then in the 90s he was sentenced to 12 years in prison for manslaughter. It's just this guy is you know, either he never got the help that he needed, or you know, I don't know. I'm confused by I just confused the right word. It's amazing that these people can get into these powers, these positions of sort of authority, where people respect your character. You know, that's the whole point of, like, these pastors are not like people. I mean, the whole point of their job really is to be somebody who's like a role model, a moral role model, for you. And this guy certainly fails that test, and it's amazing that they let it get that far.
Yeah. You know, a lot of these townships, you go anywhere in the United States and you can't swing a dead cat, rat, mouse, whatever you want to swing around without hitting a damn church anywhere. And I've said this before, and the guy's name here is John D. White. So there'll be a link to the story at packardpokes.wordpress.com, so you can find where this guy is, so you can avoid going there. So yeah, it's not a good situation. Crystal, your thoughts?
His name is John D. Douche is what he is. He is a sexual predator, and it's been young women, 17, 19, 24-year-olds. This was a 14-member congregation, and folks, just remember this. You can get on any social media that you like and proclaim yourself to be a doctor. It does not mean it's true.
That's right.
But it is not illegal to call myself Dr. Jones. I can't prescribe things to you, but I can call myself that. This is the same thing with pastors. And I think in today's world, it might not be a bad idea to run checks on the people you date, checks on the people that you leave your children with, daycare providers, and pastors. He babysat the woman that he killed's child very often, and was dating her mom. Creepy, creepy, creepy. He should have never gotten away with it for the first time he did it.
Right.
So, I mean, I don't know. It's just sickening to me, because there's 3 women involved in just his case alone. Had he been treated properly the first place, whether you believe in jail, corporal punishment, whatever, these other 2 women would not be victims.
Yeah, you know, the thing is that bugs me of this whole story, and there's an actual quote. He was absolutely contrite. Houghton said, all kinds of people turned around and meet the Lord, and they are a different person. He was doing a lot of good in the community. He was doing a lot of good, and Satan did not want him doing good, and Satan got him. So they're blaming Satan. Don't bother blaming him and give the responsibility for him doing it. It was Satan's problem. Satan caused him to do this. There's the logical disconnect right there. Right there is the logical disconnect.